Thank you. I'm so happy that I was given a disco stick before I came up here, and then Poker Face playing. It's really a dream come true. So this is a note card with my words on it. It's something I'm trying that's very new for me because I usually kind of freeball it when I give speeches and things. But if I didn't have a card, you would be getting 20 minutes of me dissecting Lady Gaga's meat dress. So that is why I have my card. First of all, a huge thank you to all of you and to the Human Rights Campaign for everything you're doing, and for people like me that always wanted to do more and give more and be more, but just haven't, it's no excuse, but just haven't found the time. Thank you from the bottom of my heart and so many people's hearts for everything that you're doing for us, for the world. So we love you and thank you. When I first found out about this, my lovely agent Tara, who is having a vodka spritzer somewhere in the middle of the room, when she first told me about this award, I thought, well, what is this? Why me? Why is this happening to me? I don't fancy myself as an activist or this speaker that I'm being honored for being. It's not me. I live my life the way that I want it to be lived. I live the way that I think is appropriate, in a way that makes me happy. And that's the most important thing to me, to be happy in life, and I think everyone feels that way. And something that has been really clear to me since the Olympic Games, and as a figure skater, I live in a very small, secular bubble world. And living in that world, you don't really realize the impact that you have on people, or somebody, even like my mother, who's watching me go through all of these things now and being invited to speak at events like this, and her being like, well, that's really amazing, Johnny. Like, you've done something great, and you've brought attention to subjects that the people refuse to really talk about and think about, such as your sexual orientation, your gender, and what you see your world as. And that's something that I never think about. And during the Olympics, my gender was called into question by two commentators from Quebec. And the Olympic Games, this Olympic Games, my second one in my career as a figure skater, is something that I had worked 13 years of my life to achieve and to be at, and to have that moment when the entire world was watching me, and I was showing them something that I bled, cried, and was a dominatrix, really, for every day of my life. And that's a moment that will never be taken away from me, and to have it completely torn apart and belittled on such a massive stage as, two old men that are talking about me not having a penis, to the world, basically, it was very disheartening. So my agent, being a super agent that she is, decided to throw a press conference. Not an after-competition party or, anything to celebrate what I'd done, but a press conference to explain myself. And, I mean, for the record, I am very, very proud to have a penis. I love it. Amazing moments we've had together. I love it. But going through this press conference that I was very, very hastily thrown into, this situation, I spoke from the heart, and I said, having the freedom and the ability to be myself is something that every child and every person deserves. And it's something that I never take for granted, and something that I'm so honored and so lucky to have grown up in a family like I did that is very supportive of me, no matter what I choose. If it's to sleep with a man, marry a woman, dye my hair purple, they support everything, and I'm so lucky for that. And I hope that more children have that opportunity to never be said no to, unless you wanted to set firecrackers off out of your ears or something. But never to be said no to. And that's something that I live for, that's something I live behind, that's something that that makes me so proud. And the response I got from not only this community, but from the world about speaking out, about how, oh my God, the letters I would get, my kid is so weird, you have no idea. He can't do anything without ballet slippers on. Or my daughter, she loves frogs. Why is that? Like just random weird things that you wouldn't even think about. And these parents and these mothers who had seen my words in my press conference, they were writing and they said, you're giving our kids this face, this very public face, and this person that they can look up to. I mean, be a freak, be weird, do things that you find interesting and find fun, and love it and live it, and don't answer questions to anybody. So in that way, I saw where I had my place. Now, I vowed that I'd do a really short speech because I know everyone wants to get to the after party. And what I heard when I arrived in Seattle was that it's all about the after party and the after party. It seems very aggressive. But I'll make my next story short, and then I have... Okay, I'll work it. So my next story is basically my journey, and if it empowers you, I'm very happy for that effect. If it does not, I'm also happy for that effect. So I hope everyone can get something from this. So I was born and raised in Amish country, Pennsylvania, which, yes, a bit shocking. I look like this. And that's where I'm from. and I got into this crazy world of figure skating because I had one dream, to be an Olympian and to represent my country and to be fabulous. So, with the love of a wonderful mother and a wonderful father and a little brother whose life was completely uprooted so that I could perform and fulfill my dream. I was given all of the gifts that I needed to make that a reality. And I got into figure skating very late because coming from Amish country, we had no ice rinks or any ability to train and no history of, wonderful ice queens in the area. So I got started very late, and I was 12 years old, and that's old to start figure skating. I quickly, in 4 years, I was the world champion at the junior level, and then the next year I was an alternate for the Olympics. That was the sole reason that I started to skate, which was the Salt Lake City Olympics in 2002. And that's why I wanted to skate. And somehow I'd made myself an alternate in 5 years, from cornfields to, almost going to the Olympics. So in that time, I had to learn a lot of skills. I had to learn how to skate, how to jump, how to spin, all of these things, how to be gorgeous, what costumes to wear, all the politics behind who actually becomes champions in figure skating. And in all of those realizations, I never knew what to expect. In learning all of these skills, I never knew what to expect. I just knew that I had to work hard if I wanted anything in this life. So 4 years later, I made my next Olympic team. And it was at a time when I was young still, and I was the new, hot, fresh thing, and my country's federation totally supported me, the world's judges totally supported me, and I bombed. And I got 5th in my first Olympics, and it was really depressing and devastating, and I felt like I had sort of played by the rules as much as I could. Of course, I was getting in trouble and getting sent to media training because I was talking about drugs and sex and all of these things that figure skaters aren't supposed to talk about. And through all of that, I made it through my first Olympic experience completely unscathed, and vowed that for the next Olympics I would be prepared and win something. And prepared I was. I gave 2 of the most magical performances of my life in Vancouver in February. And for any other person, my performances may have been translated into Olympic medals. But for me, it was not. I was sixth place in my second Olympic Games when I felt like no matter what, I could at least have a bronze medal. Just give me something. And growing up and having to learn so quickly what figure skating was, I learned that it is a very staid and old sport that doesn't like anybody that goes against the grain, that doesn't like anybody that doesn't fit this cookie-cutter image of what an American athlete, a proud American athlete, should be. And in realizing all of this, I said, fuck it, I'm going to do exactly what I want, and who cares what they want from me? So, when I got on the ice in Vancouver, and every nation's camera was pointed at my face, and there were all these little men with cameras around the border of the ice rink, my music started to play, and I just said, go bitch. And in that moment, I knew that I wouldn't have a medal. I already knew that no matter what I did, most likely I wouldn't win a medal for the United States. And I accepted that, and I wanted to take the entire world on this journey with me. I wanted them to feel every emotion that I had coursing through my body. I wanted them to feel how nervous I was. I wanted everyone to feel my passion and my love for my craft. And medal or not, I wanted people to feel that. And when I finished skating, I was literally bent over backwards in the middle of the ice. And I got up and I crossed myself, and I looked around. People with every flag of the world were waving their flag for me. People were standing, people were crying and clapping, and I got, in that way, my medal. So in every realm of business and sport, you have to do it your way. You have to do it yourself. You have to be as empowered as you can be by the power that everyone has inside them. Even if you aren't going to get the same things as everyone else, do it your way, and it will be completely the most fulfilling moment that you can have when you finally reach what you consider success. In my opinion, I'm the Olympic champion of Vancouver 2010 because of what I was able to do. So, in that respect, I want to thank all of you for actually watching the Olympics and supporting me and supporting our athletes and supporting this country, because it's a beautiful thing to represent, and to be able to represent everything that our country stands for: freedom, uniqueness, joy, love. To be able to represent all of that for everyone who doesn't get the world stage to do that is an amazing honor, and this award is truly incredible. And all of you, please go get your drink on and grind. Thank you.